Most people think July is too late to start anything new in the garden. They figure the planting season is winding down, so they just sit back and wait for fall to arrive on its own. But here's something a lot of longtime gardeners never tell beginners. July is actually one of the best-kept secrets for growing some of your biggest, most satisfying harvests of the whole year. While everyone else is packing up their gardening gloves, you could be quietly planting the exact vegetables that will reward you with baskets full of fresh food just as the weather starts to cool. Stick around, because today I'm sharing 15 vegetables you can plant this month for a fall harvest that might just surprise you. Before we dive in, if you enjoy simple and budget-friendly gardening tips like this, consider subscribing so you never miss an episode. Now let's get into the 15 vegetables you'll want to get into the ground this July. 1. Bush beans. Bush beans are one of the fastest growers on this list, often ready to pick in about 50 days. Because they mature so quickly, a July planting gives you a full harvest before the first frost even shows up. They're also wonderfully low maintenance, needing just consistent watering and a sunny spot. A packet of seeds costs just a few dollars and can fill several rows. 2. Carrots. Carrots actually taste sweeter when they mature in cooler fall weather, since the cold encourages the roots to convert starches into sugar. Plant them in loose, well-drained soil, and thin the seedlings once they sprout, so each root has room to grow long and straight. 3. Beets. Beets are a personal favorite because you get 2 vegetables in one. You can enjoy the roots roasted or pickled, and the leafy tops work beautifully in soups and salads. They handle cooler fall temperatures with ease and store well once harvested. 4. Kale. Kale is famous for actually improving in flavor after a light frost, which makes it a perfect July planting. The cold breaks down some of the bitterness and brings out a milder, almost sweet taste. It also keeps producing leaves for weeks, so you get to harvest a little at a time. 5. Broccoli. Starting broccoli from young transplants rather than seeds in July saves you weeks of growing time. Broccoli loves the cooler weather of early fall, and planting now means your heads will form before the heat has a chance to make them bolt or flower too early. 6. Cauliflower. Cauliflower can be a bit fussy in the heat of summer, but it thrives once the weather begins to cool. If you have never had luck with cauliflower before, July planting might be the missing piece. Just keep the soil consistently moist and give it plenty of sun. 7. Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts need a long growing season, which is exactly why July is the ideal window to start them. They actually taste better after being touched by frost, so the fall harvest brings out their best flavor. Give them room to grow tall and sturdy. Now, before we move further down the list, I want to ask you something. Which of these vegetables have you had the best luck growing in your own garden? Drop a comment and let me know. I always love hearing what's working in your backyard. And if you're finding this list helpful so far, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps this channel reach more gardeners just like you. Also, if you haven't already, subscribing means you'll never miss an episode like this one. All right, let's keep going. 8. Second planting cucumbers. Many gardeners don't realize you can plant cucumbers again in July for a fresh fall crop. This second round often avoids some of the pest pressure that shows up earlier in summer, giving you cleaner, healthier vines. 9. Summer squash. Just like cucumbers, squash planted in July can dodge the worst of the squash vine borer season. You'll often get smoother, more reliable harvests the second time around, with less worry about losing your plants to pests. 10. Radishes. Radishes are wonderfully quick, often ready in under a month. They make a perfect little project if you want to see fast results, and they're a great way to fill an empty garden space while waiting on slower crops. 11. Turnips. Turnips are underrated in most home gardens, yet they grow beautifully in cooler weather and offer both a root vegetable and edible greens. They are also incredibly budget-friendly, since a small seed packet can produce a generous harvest. 12. Spinach. Spinach planted in late July avoids the bolting that happens when it's grown in spring heat. Cooler fall days help it grow into full, tender leaves without turning bitter or going to seed too quickly. 13. Lettuce. Choose heat-tolerant varieties for this planting or give your lettuce a bit of afternoon shade. As the days cool down, lettuce becomes much easier to grow without the bitterness that summer heat often causes. 14. Swiss chard. Chard is one of the most forgiving vegetables you can grow, tolerating both heat and cold with ease. A July planting will keep producing colorful, nutritious leaves well into the fall months. Bok choy. Bok choy grows quickly and handles cooler weather beautifully, making it one of the easiest additions to a fall garden. It's also wonderfully versatile in the kitchen, whether stir-fried, added to soup, or eaten raw in a salad. So there you have it, 15 vegetables that can turn July into one of the most productive months in your entire gardening year. The truth is, so many people miss out on a strong fall harvest simply because they think the planting season is over by midsummer. Now you know better. If you take just one thing away from this video, let it be this. Don't let July slip by without putting a few of these seeds or transplants in the ground. You don't need a big garden or a big budget to see real results. Start small, choose 2 or 3 vegetables from this list, and build from there. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If you enjoyed this video, please give a like, leave a comment telling me which vegetable you're most excited to try, and subscribe to Evergreen Garden Tips for more simple, budget-friendly gardening advice. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a future tip. Happy planting, and I'll see you in the next one.